Mr. Whalen reads!
Hi friends, it's Mr. Whalen here. I have brought you another story. Found a brand new book at the library, just came out in 2020. I love this book. It's called If You Come to Earth. If You Come to Earth. It was written and illustrated by Sophie Blackall, who's been all over the world, it turns out. She's met lots of kids in lots of different places and lots of different schools. And one thing she always wanted to do was to write a book that would talk about everybody. You know, people who live in different places, they do different things, they have different ways of living, different ways of dressing and eating. But what kind of a book would talk about all of us on the whole planet we live? And so she got this idea. How would you describe the Earth to a visitor from outer space? If you met a friendly alien, what would you tell them about this planet and who we are and how we live? Well, she wrote and illustrated this great book. She told all the kids that she met that one day she was going to write a book like this, and she got a bunch of ideas from them, and she put this book together. So beautiful illustrations on each page. A bit of a longer book, not so many words on each page, but some big illustrations, lots of stuff. I mean, imagine, there's a lot of stuff to say about the planet Earth and who we are as people and human beings and how we live. And she did a really good job talking about a lot of it. So this is a fascinating book. I had a great time reading it. It was new to me. Hopefully it's new to you, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as I did. If You Come to Earth by Sophie Blackall. If you come to Earth. Dear visitor from outer space, if you come to Earth, here's what you need to know. You can find us near a big sun and a tiny moon and a bunch of other planets. Ours is the greeny blue one. The green and brown bits are land. And the blue stuff is water. People mostly live on the land, in big cities, in small towns, and tiny villages, or just in the middle of nowhere. We live in all kinds of homes. We lost our homes in a fire, in a flood, in a war. In all kinds of families. There are more than 7 billion people on Earth. We all have bodies, but every body is different. Except for my friends who are identical twins and look the same. Except for Mustafa's mole. Inside our heads, we are usually thinking. You can't see our thoughts. But sometimes we show our feelings on our faces. Even if we don't feel like it, we get dressed every day. We wear different clothes depending on what we do, and where we live, and if it's hot or cold. There's lots of different weather in the world. Some of it's good, and some of it's bad. Wherever people live, we usually have to go someplace else. There are lots of ways to get there. I'm a kid, and kids go to school to learn stuff. So we'll know what to do when we're grown up. Grown-ups do lots of things to make the world work. But when people are not at work, or at school, or sick, or asleep, we get to do whatever we want. Whatever we're doing, we need to eat when we're hungry. Some of us have more food than others. We all need food and water to survive. We get water from the rain, which flows into little streams and big rivers and all the way out to the sea. You can't drink the sea because it's too salty. The sea looks empty, but actually, it's full. Fish can swim, but they can't walk. Most animals can walk or swim or gallop or hop, but they can't fly.
I can fly.
Some birds can swim and walk and fly.
I can't fly.
So if I had to choose, I'd be a bird. Birds can sing, so can whales, and people. People make all kinds of music on our own and all together. Some of us who are deaf talk with our hands and faces. Some of us who are blind read with our fingers. If we are blind, we can imagine colors as shapes and sounds. These are the colors you need to paint everything in the world. Some things are a part of nature. Some things are made by people. Some things are big. Some are small. Some things are invisible. Invisible cloak, wind, ghosts, gravity, electricity, the smell of roast chicken, old socks, frangipani, wet wool, sound waves, germs. Some germs can make you sick. So can eating a woolly milk-capped toadstool, or breathing in smoke, or getting spat on by a slow loris. Sometimes people get hurt by accident. And sometimes we hurt each other. Mom, Mom! It's better when we help each other. Babies are not very good at anything. Kids are good at lots of things. Grown-ups can do just about anything until they're really, really old. But by then, the babies are grown up and can help. Older people are good at telling stories about the world when they were young. Kids are good at making up stories that haven't happened yet. There are lots of things we don't know. We don't know where we were before we were born or where we go when we die. But right this minute, we are here together on this beautiful planet. If you come to Earth, you can stay in my room. Love, Quinn. P.S. How many eyes do you have? Are you big or small? Do you have any pets? When is your birthday? Is it always dark where you are? Are you going to visit us? My friends and I want to know.